I heard a notification.
That might have been from me because I'm streaming my desktop sound.
Oh.
Can you all hear the sweet, sweet stylings of Ben's sound?
Yeah,
Yes.
I like it.
Excellent. You know, I downloaded this
See your
ironically,
faces. Hello.
and I gotta be honest, I really like it.
Host.
Okay, so I'm hosting. So
As I
let's
sit here stuffing my face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Showing?
my head feels naked. Ah! Ah!
Yeah,
You can
don't
see
show
your
off your
bald
bald
spot.
spot.
Let me out!
Show what I'm hosting right now? That's my...
Is it- Are we?
Is it because we're not live?
We are live.
Yeah,
We are
we
live.
are.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? Yeah, why is it? It takes a while for it to register to where I can, where it's available for me to host. It's weird. I just heard it again. I'm hearing
you-
notification.
You're crazy. Is someone DMing you? Slipping into your DMs?
No, it's
No.
it's like a follow.
Dave.
Like when someone follows us, or
Dave,
Oh,
you're
I'm not
spamming
hearing
the
it. Is it because
fail
are you logged in?
emote.
That's probably why he's.
It's probably
I
Dave.
think it's
I think Dave broke
because
it.
I'm logged into it in my OBS. I have my
Yeah.
OBS open, and I think
Yeah, it
Probably
says
because I'm not hearing
hosting.
it.
I'm hosting.
but I don't know
yeah.
what it's for. Maybe it's for hosts. It's probably for hosts.
That's funny.
Okay, says I'm hosting it.
There we are. Host.
Okay, so then if I
Yep,
go to my
that's what it
channel,
is. And then now share.
okay, so if I go to your channel, Alki, does it show you as live if you're hosting it?
No,
No.
you're not live. It just, like when you go to your channel, it just shows the other person's feed there.
Mm.
Your chat is there, not theirs. But their feed is there, and then you can like click on their name to go to their channel.
Mhm. So if someone goes to your channel, they'll see.
So if I'm on your
whoever
channel
you're
right now, I
hosting.
don't see it. I just see.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see you hosting it.
What do you?
I say, hi, I'm Old Lady Alchemist. And there's like past videos beneath your name.
Well, actually click on it.
Thunder Mifflin, I love it.
This
Where's
doesn't,
he? Oh, there you are. Okay.
doesn't work.
Here.
I'm sad.
Oh, and then it says, while Old Lady Alchemist is offline, check out.
Yep.
I don't think that hat's gonna work.
It definitely won't, and so I'm grieving. I'm grieving, Jester.
For your loss of your hair.
That's why you need earbuds.
I bought earbuds specifically so that I can occasionally wear hats for when I get a hat, and also for when I wear earrings, because I got these. They're little nice earrings.
Oh, that's fun. That's
Aw.
real fun.
I didn't want to wear them tonight. I'm not ready yet, but I will.
I'm not ready yet. You have to prepare.
I do.
So, for all of you who are following along, my apologies for us starting so late. That was my fault. It's my fault.
100%.
It was totally my fault.
There you go, prankster. Since you can't wear a hat, I'll go ahead and wear one.
Oh, I like it.
I don't see anything.
Apparently, my cousin waited
There's
for
a.
2 days to get this hat. Like, in line for 2 days to get this damn thing.
Hello, Sky Harbor says hello, Lamantia.
Hello.
Is that one of your people?
Yes, indeed.
Let my people go.
Pathfinder.
So-
Spacin Out.
How was everybody's week? Weeks? Was anybody? Did anybody do anything fun and interesting?
Nope.
All right. Great conversation. Anyone else?
Glad the last week is over. Let's just say that.
Voted.
Yes.
That's the only thing exciting I did.
Dude, that is exciting.
I did.
I did do that.
Hope everybody did.
Hmm. I mean, we know that that's actually not the case. I think there were actually a lot of people in this country that didn't. That's okay.
That didn't vote?
They did not vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But it was like, I think, it's the most that's ever voted though, right? Something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's just put it this way, guys, ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience. If dead people can vote, so can you. Make sure you make it in the next election, please. Thank you. If you didn't this one.
Oh, don't worry, they'll vote when they're dead.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
Plenty of time for that one after I've died.
I always think the line of most people voted ever. Yep.
Here we go.
I early
I was
voted.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
me
mailed
too.
in. My state made it really early or easy to do that, but
Oh, that's good.
Dave, you're not even a U.S. citizen. Stop
Right.
pretending like you voted for anyone.
For
You
anyone.
know.
You can
Come on, you.
in my
Brit.
district you could actually drive up. They had like drive up voting booths. It's great.
Hmm.
They hand you a little belt.
Really?
Yeah, you just drive
That's
up
impressive.
and you hand them your little voter ID card. You hand them your ID. They log you in and they give you like a handheld. That's a big monster thing. I guess so you won't drive off or whatever. And yeah, you vote on it and yeah, I did it and I handed it over to my wife. She did it and we weren't allowed to talk.
Sweet.
There was someone standing over to make sure that she and I weren't talking to each other.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you weren't allowed to talk to
vote.
you weren't allowed to talk to your wife while you were voting? Am I hearing
Yeah,
that
I mean,
correctly?
come on,
No,
Spencer,
yeah,
he could
right.
have, like, you don't even know. You don't know. He could, be like.
It could
she
be in an
under
abusive
duress.
relationship.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I can sit there and say, you need to vote for my candidate.
Exactly.
That's the
That's
first thing I
true.
thought of.
Exactly.
I didn't even
It's
think
like
of it
when you
that.
go to the hospital, like if you go to the emergency room as a couple, that's happened to me. Like they made my husband leave. Like, I'm sorry, like, but you have to leave right now. Well, we ask, and then they ask you, like, are you
Are you okay?
Are
Do you feel safe? Like, yep.
that kind of thing.
Huh. I mean, that's a good idea. And you know
Yeah.
what? Now that I think about it, I've heard of that at least once before. I remember. Gosh,
His
trying
wife
to.
also voted for Kanye.
No, it was a story about some woman, and essentially, like, it helped like that. They went to go get something done at the hospital. The husband was excused. The lady like slipped the nurse a note, and then they were able to get her out of an abusive relationship or something like that.
I think it was actually at, I know the story you're talking about, unless it's a completely different incident. It was actually the woman talked the man into taking her dog to a vet, and she slipped the note to the vet tech.
I would imagine it's probably there were probably unfortunately multiple stories.
Yeah, they
of this
probably
nature.
all happened. Yeah.
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 No, you're
Yeah.
right.
But yeah,
I'm-
that one sounds familiar.
yeah.
Like, I mean, not to be a downer, but there's so The Rock, he has like an athletic equipment and clothing line and everything like that, and just came out with like an alternative to like Apple AirPods, so like Bluetooth earbuds. And one of the features is that they have single earbud functionality where AirPods, if you take one out, it stops your audio.
Huh.
And
What,
he's
really?
like, and it says in the description, it says many women like this, right? Love this feature. Why do you think that is? Because when
So
women
they-
are like running, right? They want to have one out so they can hear their surroundings because they don't feel safe running
That's sad.
on their own.
When I'm out like walking, I cannot have earbuds in. Like I can't. I just like I have to constantly like be looking. Yeah, I can't.
Hey, Lone Star,
yeah,
how's it
it's-
going?
it's a thing.
Welcome.
Oh crap, Lone Star's here, everyone hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Star.
Lone Star. Everyone hide.
Hi.
Oh, everyone hide.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good idea.
Mhm.
It was funny because my
Heidi
wife
from Lone Star? Doesn't sound very nice.
my wife was actually telling me a similar story. This is when we were still dating back in 2008. but we were driving and it was really super late, and we stopped at this. We needed gas, and so we stopped at this gas station in Kentucky, and it was super duper late. And I remember, like, I just left the door open with everybody in. I didn't think twice of it. And I also, like, walked to the because there were other people in the car, and so it was like, and then I walked to the convenience store, and then when I got back in, the doors were closed, and I didn't think anything of it. But I got back in, and essentially she said, I need to explain something to you. And she's like, we live in two totally different worlds. She
How
said,
do you unsub? Go ahead. Sorry, you live in two totally different worlds. I apologize.
oh, no worries. And so anyway, she's like, yeah, no, she's like, I have, like, for us, it's a matter of safety. And this is something I'd never even thought of before. It is totally something I didn't even think of.
Yeah. I walk my dog in the morning at like 6 a.m. after I get back from the gym. And like, I feel actually, so I do have earbuds in and I listen to music, but like she's kind of my ears. So like, I know that if she hears something, like I will become alerted to it. So I feel pretty safe with her. She's also like giant. So it kind of helps.
Yeah, I was going to say that probably helps to have a giant dog to make you feel safe.
Yeah.
Hell, last night I was at work, and my shop is right next to Sally's Beauty. And there's this little, like, 20-year-old girl that works next door that I know. She used to be a customer before the legal age for vaping increased to 21. But she comes over, she's like, hey, I've never ever had to close before. I have not been trained to close. The manager just bailed on me, and the girl that was supposed to be closing with me actually just called off. And, you know, the manager split and said, hey, have a great night. She asked me to stay there to walk her out to her car. It was supposed to be 15 minutes after I got
Little
off
does she
work.
know you're the danger.
No.
Sorry.
So I get off work at 8:15, or 8, and she got off work at 8:15. Because she's never closed before. She was there until 9:30, and because she had asked me to stay there and walk her to her car, I sat in my truck for an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
Just to walk this little girl to her car.
That's awesome, though.
Well, good on you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good for you. Thank
Good.
you, Jester.
I was actually glad that I stayed because while I was sitting there, I sat there for an hour and watched two guys sit there and try to get into a shop that was closed. It was a U.S. Cellular. I have no clue what those two guys were doing.
Dang.
They tried the door for 20 minutes. They went around to the back. They tried the back. They went around to the front. Whatever they were doing, it just didn't look good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have a marriage proposal from Davey, Jester.
I know you do. Dave wants you to marry him.
Yeah.
No, the craziest one I have is when I lived in Illinois for a year, I was flying home for Christmas, and because of the like city I lived in, there was only a really small airport in that city. So I was driving to a city like an hour away to use the airport there because it was a lot bigger, and the flight was like a direct flight instead of like 2 stops. So like, I don't know what it was, like 15-20 minutes into my drive to that airport, this like truck was like pulled up next to me, and like these 2 guys were in the truck, and they like waved at me or something, and I was like, I'm in like pajamas and like flying clothes and like listening to an audiobook. So I'm just like driving along like, okay, whatever. And then they got behind me and they followed me 45 minutes to the airport and pulled up to the parking lot behind me and got out and started coming up to me. And I was like, I'm not going to roll down my window to like pay for my parking spot. I just sat there and I was like, I'm about to call airport security when like a parking attendant started walking over and they left. But I was just like, no. I'm not rolling down my window. I'm not talking to these people. I don't know who they are.
Smart. That was smart.
Yeah.
Creepy. It's weird.
I had like when I was in college, I was like taking a night class and was walking back out to my car at like in the parking lot at the end of the night, and there were a bunch of these like big, I don't know, they were like athletes, football players, whatever, and they kind of like started like catcalling me, like and it's just like, you know, like honestly, dudes, like no girl at night alone in a parking lot is ever going to like be receptive to your advances.
That's not the way to do it, though.
Like, not at all. I mean, I don't know. It was bad. And I felt like so uncomfortable, and they were walking behind me and like
catcalling.
Oh, speaking of catcalling. But yeah, it was like very, very awkward.
And any guy that thinks catcalling actually works is an idiot.
No, I mean, I don't think that they do. I think that it's like it's
meant to be degrading.
It's meant to be intimidating, right? Like I think their intention was to intimidate me. Like that was fun. Awkward.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
now that we've had a serious talk, where's the fun stuff?
Yeah, let's go on to the game.
We've established that the world sucks. So let's go into our fantasy world.
Where it also
Things
sucks.
don't suck. Yeah.
Except
But in
we
a different way.
We have space
In a fun way.
suits.
Yeah.
It
Except
sucks in
we have
spacesuits.
spacesuits. Yeah. All right, y'all. Yeah. So first off, that sucks. Sorry, ladies. I wish I had something better to say. The music just went off.
Yeah, it's a good time for us to
Right.
get going.
Two
So,
words.
I'm ready.
Concealed carry.
so last week you decided to do a little bit more exploring of the maintenance tunnels underneath Sphere 3. On a hunch that because of a perception check succeeded by Jester's character, All Black, that it looks like the vents were tampered with in the scientist's office study research area.
And I also found out that somebody was having a nightmare, didn't know who it was, and we managed to save Farrell.
It's true. It's true. So all this has kind of led you down this proverbial rabbit hole where you go down into the maintenance tunnels, you're exploring some one session, you're just kind of going through things. You pick up kind of a side quest to help rid the place of rats and some other things. Stumble across a couple of retrofitted areas in the maintenance tunnels that the people are repurposing for their own uses. But the one thing that you did find was what appeared to be just kind of like I don't know how to describe it, a packed closet just filled with junk. You decided to pursue and see if maybe that there was something behind all of that junk. Sure enough, you make your way to the back of the closet to find out that it was just the front and it was all a ruse. You find an active computer back there that looks like it has been used recently. Peanut's character, excuse me, Saskia, logs into the computer and you find a bunch of different things. But the thing that really strikes out to you is a singular message that you're able to download from the data pad, which I'm just going to go ahead to reread because that was probably one of the bigger points of our sessions from last week. The note said, "Our use of this facility is almost complete. I think it but a few days until we have access to all that we need to be able to utilize the research and technology they have here for our own uses. Thus far, they do not see that we have been able to divert some of their resources to this endeavor. They will find out in time, no doubt. But by then, it will already be too late. We'll be able to utilize this to bring back the old one. And more so, the 5 who speaks as one might actually award me for such an endeavor, so that I can ascend, so that I can be more than I am, as my brothers are more than they are. And this is but the first step. The next time I contact you, it will be for retrieval." You make your way throughout, having picked this up north until you run into some goblins that apparently hitchhiked here, for lack of or not hitchhiked, just got kind of loaded on.
Stowaway.
Stowaway, thank you. Hey, buddy. Oh, my kids are asking for their hug and kiss. And then you make your way back, kill some more things, and...
What goblins? I think they met a grenade.
Yes, the goblins did meet a grenade. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and change our map really quick. back to the maintenance tunnels, which is where you guys are. And don't worry, I will go ahead and share that, so we'll all be on the same page. Let me go ahead and do this. Sync client view. You should be able to see it now, maybe? Oh, share record?
There we go.
There it is.
There we
There it
go.
is.
I don't see Wilhelmina on there, so I'm gonna have to drag and drop her on really quick. Okay. Oh, well, we did that on
Wilhelmina
purpose. You went to go sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There I am.
I just have to say that Prankster's impression of Wilhelmina is spot on.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna go give my kids a hug and kiss really quick. But you
Okay.
guys discuss amongst yourselves. You just turned in this rat quest. You know that there's a couple of other creatures down here that the maintenance guys asked you with your assistance with. But other than that, you feel like you've completed your main objective. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What do you want to do next?
Give me that notebook.
I feel maybe perhaps we should intercept this fella before he leaves the station. I don't think we have much time.
Said a few days. It doesn't sound like much. I don't know when it was written. There's no. I don't see a
Yes.
date on the entry, so it could be very soon.
Yes. Wow, who knows?
But
he could have
We
left
also
already.
don't know who the hell it is.
Wow.
No, we
I
don't.
mean, that's true.
Going around here and killing goblins and rats and stuff like that, I seriously doubt it's going to find us any closer to finding out who it is.
Well, the whole thing about it is this is the only mention that we know where he's been, so we might find more clues down here.
Mm.
All right, well, let's put it to a vote. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us here. Majority rules. I vote we ascend out of this place. It's getting a little dirty and, well, there's no water.
There's water in the pipes everywhere.
Yeah, but it's not accessible to me at this moment. I
Must
want to
have
get back to the
pipe.
ships.
He-
Next,
I think he wants to swim in his pool, you know.
What pool?
we're making one. Next.
What?
So, are you? What is your vote? Vote, Alt Black.
I stay here and investigate.
All right, but it's 1-1. Saskia.
Well, I know that we talked to that Abe guy, and he seemed kind of suspicious. We saw his name on something that he logged in down here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we can track him or trace him. Perhaps there are more computers we could look at or find some information from.
Okay, that's
I don't know if we can
Is that
find
a-
more down here.
is that column A or is that column B? What are you saying?
I am
I can't read the story.
deferring until there are more votes.
Oh, wow, that's the chicken way out.
That
Okay.
is the biggest cop out I've ever heard.
Oh my
Either
god.
I'm
Wilhelmina,
right or the short little otter.
perhaps you can not talk
I'm
yourself
still
out
weighing
of
my options.
voting. How do you feel about the situation, Wilhelmina?
I mean, I think, I mean, that Abe guy, I never really liked him, so I feel like we could, you know, talk to that gentleman again.
Okay. And Rebecca.
What?
Sharon.
Oh,
Sharon. You
I'm
mean
sorry,
Sharon?
Sharon. Yeah, Sharon. What? How do you feel?
Wasn't there a tall guy that doesn't believe what everyone else here believes? And he was kind of creepy. He was tall.
Oh, you're
Oh,
saying
it's
he's not a
him.
believer?
Yeah. Who was that guy? I think we should get out of here. Go talk to that guy.
Repulsia, real quick. All right, I want you to think about this. Do you want to go with the idea that the short little otter is proposing, or this person with limbs is a human?
I have limbs. I
They're
even have
short.
thumbs.
They're short and they're stubby.
I mean,
You're not
he
a
may
human.
have found his way to convince Sharon.
And when it comes down to it, I'm gonna follow the human, but it's just an idea.
I'm in favor of talking to that guy again.
There we go. 3 to 1.5.
So what is going on?
We are going to send back and find either the tall guy that no one likes, or that doesn't believe in and then the other guy.
Tall non-believer guy.
Tall non-believer guy and the other guy. Yes. The one that's mentioned in the thing.
Do you guys have names for me? That would help me.
He's tall.
I
Hang on,
don't.
let me find my notes.
So
That I
let me clarify. Is this a scientist you're talking to, or is it someone else?
I think it's a scientist. It was someone we met like when we first got here.
Okay. So there is Vama Fizzlewizzle. It's the chief priest of the Dreamery. He's the gnome that first introduced himself. There's Laramis Tanuash, the chief dreamer administrator.
Is he a believer?
She
No,
is a she is kind of like the mix between vestments of a cleric but also the garb of a corporate professional. Zagoho Masaf, the chief researcher. He's a Kasatha. There's Horal 12, chief of security, android female. Tahir Silrar, the chef. Sally.
I think it was the Kasatha. What is it, Kasatha?
Kasatha is they've got 4 arms and kind of like and like a large kind of like bulbous head that kind of resembles the body of a tick. A long, elongated body of a tick. But those are like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What did you say? He was the head of the Dreamery or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. No. So Zagoho Masaf was the chief researcher. He's kind of like the chief
researcher,
scientist.
That's right. Okay.
And then the scientist under his control, which you guys were tasked with investigating, was Sikna Chatusa, who you know is a female Decimar. You haven't met them yet. Abe Henry, who's the dream scientist, who a couple of people who have kind of like Sipuris don't like. There's Rish Zek, who's a Callow, and he's got kind of like a mechanical suit encased in water because he actually needs water to survive.
Yeah, I like that guy.
There is a.
But we haven't met him yet, though, have we?
You had a brief interaction with him, but not a ton. Sapiris Tob, who is you guys have met him. He's kind of like the mad scientist that really doesn't like Abe. So you might remember him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember.
And then
Abe
there
was one of the guys that they want to go talk to.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Abe is one of them.
And then Thovey
He's
Nil,
one of them.
which was she was a dream scientist as well. You remember her being kind of
Remember her.
clumsy.
Yeah. Now, was there someone that we met inside where the sleeping pods are, who he was kind of like monotone and unemotional, and I think he's not like he doesn't belong to the same religion. He doesn't worship the dream person that everyone does. Or am I confusing several characters?
No, you're not, because there's first off, there's a bunch of people. But one of the things you learned when you came here is that not everybody
Is a believer.
is a believer.
Not everyone is a believer.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Somebody gave me a really great idea. It was the funniest thing. I was at the church this week, my wife's church actually, getting some work done there just to use their internet and to get away from my children, whom I love very much, but they're very loud all the time. And so as I was there, a guy from Spectrum was checking out their internet and the like, and he said, it's like, oh yeah, I was streaming, and my ears pricked up, and I was like, so, what do you stream? And he streams a D&D thing with some of his
nice.
family and friends.
Cool.
So we started talking. It was like the most random thing. We started talking about it more and more. And then he's like, oh, yeah. And also I use Fantasy Grounds. And I'm like, I use Fantasy Grounds. And so it's just like, and then he's like, and I play Atlas, and I play Atlas, and so I felt like that.
Oh my gosh.
I felt like that GIF that was like, did we just become best friends?
Nope.
But I didn't say that because I was too chicken. So what we have here is this is one of his ideas that he's used before. You guys see the owl?
Uh-huh.
So the owl is what we're going to use to ping things, because we know how we lost the ping functionality from Roll20.
Oh.
Alki, yep, exactly. So that we're going to use this owl to be like, hey, what's this thing right here? Right? Oh, I grabbed the wrong person. What's this thing right here, or what have you? So anyway, I'm gonna use this, and if you zoom out the map all the way, you might remember a small temple all the way to the right hand side, in the bottom right hand corner where the owl is now. For our, let me go ahead and move this map a little bit so our people on the stream can see as well. But there was like a small, kind of like chapel of sorts, where you saw a bunch of reservoirs of people worshiping different gods. And you know that the Dreamery, even though it's devoted to Desna, has all kinds of people who are interested in dreams and prophecy and the like. And so there are people who are not like Desna worshippers who also work along here. And so I think one of you was asking, sorry, that's a long explanation to say that, yes, there are a couple people who don't worship.
Yes, we've all fallen asleep now. Thank you.
Sorry. I'm gonna go cry. Okay.
I gotta jump out of Fantasy Grounds right now. Something didn't load when I loaded in.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Says a couple of you are running a different version.
Oh yeah, I did had to update mine.
Yes, some of you might need to update. So yes, there are a couple people. There's one or two scientists who worship differently. Some of them don't talk about it like openly, just because it's not like everybody's like, "Who do you worship?" It's kind of weird.
I think they would all hate who I worship.
Damaratosh. So another fun thing that happened last week that I totally forgot to follow up on is at the very end of the episode. And this has kind of got buried in. You all leveled up.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yes. So yeah, the lights went on for Peanut as well. It appears that Farrell has already leveled up his character as mostly as he can. So we're gonna walk you through this really quick. We're just to take care of the basics for right now.
Okay.
All right, what you're going to do is open up your character sheet, y'all.
Nope.
Okay, after you open up your character sheet, you're going to go ahead and go on the right-hand side, and you should see a button that says Classes. You guys see the button that says Classes?
It's a button, not a tab.
Button that
Oh,
says
wait, oh.
classes.
Yes, there should be a button that says
Like-
Classes on the right-hand side with a little goblin above it. Do y'all see it?
Oh, okay. Not on the character sheet itself.
Sorry, yes, not on the character sheet itself.
Boons
Do I have to
PC.
change it?
If you don't see that button,
Note token. I don't see it.
you can go down to the Data button in the bottom right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds.
There we go.
Okay.
And you should be able to enable the Classes button or just click it open from there.
Got you.
What y'all are going to do is take your respective class that you're leveling up in, and you're just going to drag and drop it onto your character sheet where it says class and level. At which point, it will update mostly everything for you automatically.
Oh.
Now, there's a couple of things that you do need to choose, because that's just how all characters work, right? There's some choice involved. Now, Farrell went ahead and did that a second time so that he's level 3, and so I'm going to have to kill him now. So everybody
It says Vanguard 2. What are you talking about?
It says Solarian 1, Vanguard 2.
Oh,
Errol.
what was I supposed to do?
Yeah, the whole reason I had to bow out is because I was not able to actually do mine. It's not pulling up my information for it.
Okay.
So I got back in. It's still not doing it.
let's go ahead and
Huh,
Yeah, if I type in soldier, it can't pull anything up.
Yeah, same thing.
Where is it
oh,
on mine?
have you? Okay, we've had this happen a few times before with Fantasy Grounds. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the gear in the top right-hand corner where it says options. Okay. Next thing you're gonna do is that'll open up a window that says options. I'm gonna go ahead and place it on the screen so that everybody in Streamland knows what we're talking about. You'll go and press this button that says setup, which will bring up another window because Fantasy Grounds loves windows. And then you'll go to the button that says next, and it will say data modules. You're going to left click on that modules button, which will bring up another window. And you're going to want to make certain that you have loaded in all of the appropriate things that you need. At the very least, the core rule book, as well as
Operations manual, armory, and packed worlds. Sorry.
as well as
Things missing.
the character operations manual is something some of you might need as well. Now, everything might already be loaded in, and this is going to sound like the silliest, most superstitious thing, but it's like Fantasy Grounds. Like, there have been times where I'm like, I need to activate this thing. I need to use this thing. And I go through this whole process, and I don't load a thing, but it's like I scare Fantasy Grounds into remembering. I know it sounds weird. And then all of a sudden, everything populates. So I don't know if that happens for any of you guys. But after you have your data modules activated, you can go there. You're going to go through this part again, the campaign setup window till you get to finish. And then you'll be able to just X out of options, and everything should be loaded up for you to be able to use. However, one of the things we had trouble with last week was it seemed like we're having some issues with it responding, but we should be solid now. All right.
Question.
Yes,
for you.
ma'am.
Okay, so I did level up. I'm a biohacker 2 now. However, when I click on the skills tab, I do not have any currently available skills points to spend.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay, Wilhelmina. Let me check out your character. Okay, so you're Biohacker 2.
Yep.
Okay, I got that here. Actually, can I? Is it okay if I show your character sheet
of
to
course you
everybody?
can. Yeah, please
It's
do.
lagging so bad.
All right. So
Yeah,
for
mine
those
too.
of
I'm
you-
gonna reload.
Sure.
I'm gonna
So for
leave
those
it
of you who
like
want to
that.
see, this is what Wilhelmina looks like. This is her base character sheet. So we're going to go to the skills tab right here. And I see rank spent 5, available 0. Okay. So I see your issue. Let's go back here really quick. From what I can see, it looks like you should have 7 total ranks available.
Right, like, because I get some bonus skill points that are on, like, sort of the edited tab. And then I should get a certain number of skills per level.
Yes, and I think that's 4 plus your intelligence modifier, right?
It would be -1, so I would get 3 more.
Am I correct though? Is it 4 plus your intelligence modifier?
That I'm not positive on.
Well, let's go ahead and look real quick. Let me just take a quick look.
Skills. 4 plus int modifier. Yeah, I just checked right now, Prankster. So
Okay.
it should be. I should have 3 additional ranks. Should I just like add 3?
Yeah,
Or can you add 3 for me? I don't know that I can.
let's see if I can add just 1 to intimidate as a check. Yeah, for tonight, why don't you go ahead and just add 3
Okay.
off of the 5 that you have, and
Cool,
we'll go from there because it seems to be not calculating it correctly. Okay, Farrell, you put a level into
I don't know if it was-
Technomancer?
He's not here. I don't know where he went.
Okay.
I did have so mine. I went to go update the rank, and you hit the little pencil in the upper right. Am I correct? Update the ranks.
So actually,
Oh, to go
no.
rings free? Oh, that's possible.
Let me see here. If you click the little pencil in the top right-hand corner of ranks for skills, what that will do is that will open up a whole different menu, just so I can show everybody who's following along.
Yeah. It messed up how many I have available.
Yeah, so you should. It looks like you have another 12 available.
Yeah, it was like
Should be 10.
4, I think. And then it changed to 12 when I clicked on that button. I don't remember what it was before.
Huh. I don't know what's going on tonight, guys. Fantasy ground. You know, oh shoot. Do you want to know what ended up happening? I forgot all about this. I'm so sorry, guys. They did an update to Fantasy Grounds, the Starfinder edition. So like if all of you guys go to abilities, you'll notice that they changed things around a little bit. And I bet what ended up happening is when they did the update, it screwed up the character sheets.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll just go with it for right now, I guess, right?
Yeah, we'll power through
So,
tonight, and we'll just fix it.
What I have
on
is
the-
still correct. It just shows the wrong number available, right?
correct.
Okay.
So go ahead and add the correct number available, and we'll fix it in the week. In terms of things that are
I don't remember
that should
what
be
was supposed to be correct.
for you. It should be 9 skill ranks. You get 8 plus your intelligence modifier.
So I get 9 new ones?
Correct.
Okay.
Mine said 12. Is that wrong too?
You should get 4 plus your intelligence modifier. So what is your intelligence modifier? 4?
Hold on. Intelligence. Oh, that would be on the main page, right?
Mine
Intelligence.
My
plus
intelligence
4.
modifier is 2, so
If your intelligence modifier is 2, then you should get 10 skill ranks per level. Because
Okay.
that'll be 8 plus your intelligence modifier.
okay.
Okay. So here's what we're going to... Oh, go ahead.
How many do I get?
8.
Is 12 right?
No, 12 is not right.
I get 8 altogether. Okay.
Correct.
So then
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Doing the whole drag and drop function should work mostly to a point. The point it appears to be screwing up with for everyone is their skill ranks. So we'll have to manually figure that out for tonight. So Wilhelmina is 3. Repulsia is 8. Saskia is 10. Time slip. Let me go ahead and check you out. Okay, so you accidentally added...
Yeah, Technomancer, I think.
Yes, let me go ahead and fix
My
that.
thing is lagging so bad right now. It's not even funny.
Golly,
and-
sorry.
That's all right. Not your fault.
Okay, so you don't have that. You don't have spells. You don't have a spell cache. I don't think you have skill. I know you don't have Entropic Pool. I know you don't have Entropic Strike. I don't think you have an Aspect because that is a Vanguard thing and you are a Solarian. I think you might have Mitigate.
So now I'm Solarian too, right?
So
Is that what I should be?
the only other thing that we got to do is figure out your HP really quick, which I just got to grab my core rule book. Huzzah! Huzzah! Okay, bud. Let's check this out. There we go.
actually,
Okay, so your HP should be... Your HP started at 9. Your SP started at 7 plus the Constitution modifier, which was 1, so that would be 8. Okay, so now... Okay, Now what we're gonna do. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead. So that should be 14 plus 2. So you are at 16. 9 plus 7 is 16. I know math. I got math.
Yay!
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I see where. Okay. So you should be solid for the most part. We'll go ahead and fix up everything for your characters in between sessions. But the only other thing I think we got to work on really quick is some of your combat stuff got all janked up. There we go. BAB is 2. All right. So you should be 2, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 3, 0, 3. Okay. Farrell, I think I fixed your character. So you should be good. Okay.
Now I need to know what I need to increase.
Okay, before we do that though, before I start on a new person, Wilhelmina, you're all good, right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just using my theorem now for level 2.
10-4. Okay. Alki, are you all good?
I think so, yeah. I distributed my 8 points amongst what I already had. I just put them in the ones that I already, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So instead of 1, everything is 2.
For sure. So you still have 2 spells per day, but you also, it appears, you learn a level 0 spell, and you also learn another level 1 spell. So if you want to look at that, that's something else that you can work on. All right, so Alki's taken care of. Saskia, how are we doing?
I
Level 2.
realized that I did not have to go into the edit thing to update my ranks, so I'm just going to move those over.
Sure. So the only thing you should have to work on now is you get another envoy improvisation.
Which
So
I did look at, so I think I have selected one.
Oh.
Just not sure how to add it.
you should be able to just drag and drop it onto your character sheet.
Well, when I looked it up, I don't think it showed up in Fantasy Grounds, maybe, because I went and looked on the what's that site? The other one that has everything.
Do you know what it was called?
Let me look at, because I tried to add it in. Inspiring Boost. I put it under feats because it wouldn't go into abilities.
Okay, well that's fine. We'll keep it there for the time being. That's mostly just for you as well. So
Okay.
awesome. All right, so that's 3 characters taking. So Lamontia's good. Time Slip's good. Saskia, Alki. All right, you have my full attention, Jester.
All right. How many points do I increase?
You should get 4 skill ranks plus your intelligence modifier.
And I'm dumber than a box of rocks, so I don't think I get intelligence.
Let's see. Your intelligence modifier is 0. However, just being a human allows you to get an extra skill rank every level. So you have an additional... It looks like your character leveled up appropriately in between levels. You have 5 skill ranks to disseminate.
All right. Which I'll do that, but combat feat. I also get a combat feat, correct?
Correct. So look through the feats and go ahead and choose one.
Yeah, I'll take care of that while we're on the run. So
10-4. Okay, so you got it all figured out then?
yeah.
Are there any other outstanding questions before we proceed?
I think I'm all good.
Awesome. My apologies if I came across as directive there. Just wanted to make certain that I had everything organized and we were all good.
Can you share the map one more time, please, sir?
Oh, good.
I had to reload.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Cool. And while everybody's figuring their things out, I'll just go ahead and clue in the stream for those of us who are following us. When you level up in between sessions, you get a couple of things. Your HP normally increases, your SP, you get more skill ranks, so that just demonstrates. I mean, it's like any video game, right? You get stronger at whatever the heck you do. In this case, everything is, it's like just a whole bunch of numbers, really. But everybody kind of gets better in their own little field. So, Old Lady Alchemist is a technomancer, so she gets better at casting spells. Saskia is an envoy, so she gets more inspiring. Timeslip is a Solarian, so he becomes a better frontline fighter. Jester's a soldier. You guys get the gist from there on out.
I blow up better.
It's true. You blow up better. Aren't we all happy about that? Okay.
You did a pretty nice job of blowing up last time.
Yep. Outer grenade.
Okay, so before we proceed, any last questions? Going once, going twice. Sold. All right, so here we are underneath the maintenance grounds. All of you feel a sudden rush of courage, of strength, of vitality course through your bodies as you've all grown stronger. It is still late in the night. You know that other people are sleeping. You guys have been in the maintenance tunnels taking care of these things. I know that you said you wanted to talk to somebody next. Was that Abe that you wanted to talk to again?
Affirmative.
He is asleep.
Oh.
So you just want to
Wake him
drag him
up.
out
Let's
of
go
bed?
watch him sleep.
That's your bad,
I think we need to do something
Rebecca.
besides watch someone sleep.
Rebecca, who the heck is Rebecca?
Wait, wasn't that something you said though earlier on? Was that you just wouldn't get anybody's names right? Timeslip.
No, I would not get everything right
Okay.
as far as names.
Yeah,
Alfred.
I forgot about that. But yeah, you did say that.
All right. So what I'm going to go ahead then and do is move us up to the next floor. Again, approximately where you guys came out.
Except for the person that's going to help me get a pool. I'm going to remember her name.
That's right.
I forgot about that. So as you guys walk upstairs, you see that Wilhelmina was ready to come back down and join you again after getting a nap to kind of get recharged.
You missed it.
And as you cross one another, Pocket looks super tired, and so it's just like tag in, tag out, and Pocket walks to the ship.
You dirty rat.
Good night, Pocket.
All
It's
right.
still not so hot.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and drag all of you. Oops.
Drag me
I think that works like that.
by the hair.
Okay. If you go to the northeast corner of your map, I need to get my owl out again. Follow the owl. And I'll make it bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go to the northeast corner, you know that the room to your north is where Abe is sleeping. Currently, it's probably about 2:30 in the morning. You guys have been down exploring in the depths. How would you like to proceed?
I just want to go in there, stare at him until he wakes up.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm not hearing any other ideas. So Repulsia
Yeah.
opens up the
Remember,
door.
he had
All right.
this bed over here.
I'll go with Repulsio. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stand next to his bed with my grenade launcher just out over my shoulder.
Good lord.
So
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
have
like
it
at the foot of his bed, kind of
Uh,
floating
um,
like just above
I'm
him.
gonna go in there.
I'm standing guard outside.
Okay, so for all of those of you who are going inside, do me a favor and roll me a stealth check. Or are you even trying to be stealthy?
Uh,
be.
Because there are other scientists in this room sleeping.
I
I'm
mean,
sneaking in there, but I don't know what they're doing.
if I play true to my character, no.
Okay, I mean, I think I'd probably sneak with Saskia.
All right. If you are intentionally sneaking, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Oh, that natural one.
I'm not very very stealthy right now.
Not very graceful.
I'm not very graceful.
But it's like kind of sneaks through the door and then just like slams it behind her.
Yeah, so there's a
Do
bunch of
Saskia?
What?
You do?
She's trying to sneak in, but she forgot that she was sneaking when she closed the door.
So Repulsia, you pretty much like open the door and start to float in silently because you don't really have to sneak. You just kind of float.
Except for my googly eyes.
Except for your googly eyes, which are shaking around, making a ruckus. Alt Black, you sneak in as well. You think you're pretty quiet. Everybody is sleeping after all. Wilhelmina, you walk in there. You feel pretty good. Saskia, though, you like trip and fall and thud. It's kind of a loud noise that hears and kind of like echoes, and maybe like all of you stop for a moment and all look at her on the ground. Like, what are you doing? Like when you're trying to sneak out of your parents' house when you're a teen.
Oops.
Yeah.
Right? And sure enough, Abe actually stirs awake. Everybody else hasn't been super bugged while they were sleeping. However, 2 or 3 sessions ago when you came in here to take something from Abe, I don't know if you recall this, there were several stealth checks that were failed. And so Abe actually awakens right away because he's been disrupted in sleep all night long, and he looks at all of you and he's like, what is going on?
I just hurry up and quickly put my hand over his mouth.
Oh dear.
Okay, roll me a CMB.
CMB.
Or that's
I leaned over to
ath-
Wilhelmina and said, "Hey, didn't you fall in the
athletics.
side there?"
Roll me an athletics check. I'm sorry. Okay.
She completely missed his mouth.
So yeah, so Jester, you kind of like reach across to put your mouth like
Instead, I put my hand right on his pillow, leaning over him.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
His forehead or something.
yeah, like,
Totally did that on purpose.
oh God, why?
Uh,
Not
Alright.
like this.
who is the old one you wish to revive?
What are you? I don't know about any old one. What are you talking about?
Who is
very
the?
mean.
Who is the? What was it?
The 5. Oh gosh, let me pull.
Yeah.
I
The-
don't.
5 who speak as one.
The
Who is the
old
five?
one.
Who's a 5
The
that
5
speak as
who
one?
speaks one.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead,
Yeah.
Rowena.
Hey, prankster, real quick. I'm sorry, I just noticed. Can you put Starfinder in the title, please? Of the stream.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Sure, I didn't know I didn't do that.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but yeah.
All right, so Lamonte, you were about to say something.
oh, I mean, you don't want to mess with him, honestly. He's very big and strong,
And tall.
very tall.
I'm not messing with anyone or anything. I don't know what's it's and he looks at his watch with Alt Black's hand on his head. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you crazy people doing? And by this time, some of the other scientists, well, all the other scientists, because all the scientists stay in this room, are kind of like being awoken. They're like, what is going on? All of you see, especially Alt Black with his hand on Abe's head.
All right.
We're looking
I-
for someone.
I finally removed my hand off the guy's head. And what people have awoken?
All of them are staring awake at this point because
But any particular ones that you want to point out?
so
Guess
Abe
could I observe the people waking up? See if anyone's acting differently? Or they just all look the same.
well no, I'll okay, so first thing. First thing is Saskia, you had a question. What was that question again? What are you
I don't think I had a question. I was just basically telling. Wait, what did I say?
You wanted to observe if anyone was acting suspicious when they woke up, hearing the mention of the old one or the five that speak as one.
Kind of. I just wanted to like be observing the other people in the room. I'm not specifically looking at Abe. I'm kind of looking around.
Okay, so first off, roll me a perception check for that, and I will tell you who's awakened. So first off, you see that Abe is awakened, obviously.
Not a 1.
Oh, nice. You also notice that Cyprus, the Yosoki, is up, and he's got that maniacal grin on his face, and he's like, "Yes, finally, his comeuppance!" And you see that Thovi, the clumsy elf whom you spoke to, kind of like is bleary-eyed and waking up as well. And then you see also Sikna Chatusa, who is the female Decimar that you were told. And I actually have a picture of a Decimar. So why don't I show you a picture of all these people, right?
Okay.
Oh, righty then. Let's see it. Yosoki. Okay, so...
Isoki was Separus.
Yes, so you know that Yosoki kind of look like this. They're essentially like rat people. Okay? So Cyprus looks like that. However, he has brown and white hair, similar to this one, except like the ends of the hair are like crooked at the top to give him like this kind of like crazed look. So Cyprus is a person who wakes up. You also notice an elf wakes up, and elves look like this for both you and our audience. Thovi, the elf, looks mostly like this, black, kind of like long hair, pointy ears, except she's bleary-eyed, kind of like reaching for the glasses that she was wearing as well. All right? You guys know what humans look like, so I'm not going to bother showing you what a human looks like. Okay? You also find the Decimar, and she looks like this. And her eyelids kind of like blink sideways, just kind of like these black eyes. All of them wake up. And as they wake up, you don't notice...
Do they have clothes?
So, I mean, they're all in their pajamas.
Okay, good.
All of them are wearing pajama pants.
And probably under blankets.
Except for the Yosoki, who's naked.
Aw, but you covered in fur.
Because I feel like that just fits with his character.
With the shiny hiney.
No, he does have fur, though, so it's not like you see anything. So yeah, all of them wake up, and in that moment, you're looking around here. Give me just a second. Okay, so all of them look kind of startled, like what is going on? So it's kind of hard for you to differentiate like why somebody might be startled, because they've got 4 random people in their room all waking them up.
All right.
You do notice a person is absent, and you notice that, or at least because this is supposed to be the scientist's room, you do, however, notice that Rish Zek, the Callow, is not there.
Interesting.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right,
so
folks.
I remove my hand off the guy's head.
Okay.
And I stand up. All right. Since you all smart people are here, which one of you know who the old one and the 5 that speak as one are?
Just going for it.
Yeah.
Jump right in.
Jump right in.
Yeah.
Direct.
So they all
As I start tapping my grenade launcher against my shoulder.
And,
start looking at each other.
Repulsion kind of goes like this, like, tries to...
With their little vestigial arms.
Yeah! Yeah.
I take
Kinda
like
stands
all
next to,
6
slightly
of my
behind.
arms.
Awesome. So yeah, all of them are kind of like looking at each other. What I need from you guys right now, and only if you're trained, roll a knowledge local, because you guys,
Is there such thing?
you
as
might,
culture?
you might. I'm sorry, knowledge,
Culture.
culture. My apologies. Thank you, Lamantia. Lamantia knows.
It was Saskia. Saskia. It was.
Oh, then say thank you, Saskia. So,
Peanut.
roll a culture check or roll a mysticism check to see if, because you've heard these terms, but maybe your characters also know something about them. Okay, so we have an 18 from Wilhelmina. Culture or mysticism, your choice for your character.
If we're trained.
If you're trained. If you're not
Which
trained,
is if you have a rank in it, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wilhelmina, maybe this is the first time you're hearing about these because you weren't down there when the message was originally read. However, all the other people are kind of looking at one another. The scientists, they're rubbing their heads like, but this sticks out to you in an uncomfortable way. The old ones were known as kind of like the old gods. Malevolent beings before the current deities of the universe came about. It's very, to give you kind of like a Pathfinder, Starfinder equivalent, it's very like Cthulhu-esque, like Naharlatep and all that type of stuff. When you hear the old one, that is what you think of.
Just like pre-Starfall, like in like the Pathfinder universe, or
Yeah, like the old ones
Okay.
have been around for a long time.
That's
And-
how they get old.
And so like these things tend to be like the old ones tend to be acquainted with like cults and stuff. Now the 5 who speaks as one, you're not certain. What do you do?
I'm really I'm battling with what, like, playing my character and what I want to do, like, investigatively.
Fair.
But I mean,
So no one's
Repulsion would-
responding.
So
she
I'm
would
not-
follow. Yeah, she would follow Alt Black's lead. So
all right, folks. So, what do you got to say for yourselves?
Does anyone here know the 5 that speak as one as? Or the old ones?
We kind of know
There's
who the
one
old
guy-
ones are. I mean, I kind of know Old Black.
Alright,
There's,
alright.
there's someone missing from these beds.
Whose
Kind of
bed is that?
whispering to whoever's closest to me.
Sure. So
Who-
closest to you would be Sikna, the Decimar. She says, "Oh, that would be Rish. He has his own special room because he doesn't want to be in a suit all day, and so they actually specially designed a room for Callow. It's essentially like a 12-foot swimming pool."
Oh.
I can't hear.
listening from the other room.
Nobody
I'm-
tell. Nobody tell the fucking otter.
I'm not even in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody tell the otter.
Oh, where
So
is
maybe
it?
on my nails.
Oh, it's actually, if you go down, and she gives you directions, and so you would know it is down the hallway. I'm gonna go ahead and put our ping over the room where Rish is. There's a bunch of beds in there, but don't pay attention to that.
All right,
It's
Old
mostly
Black
cool.
goes running out of the room, past Farrell. He's gonna tell Farrell, "Stay here. Make sure none of the scientists go anywhere. They might have information we need later."
Is he running to
It-
that room?
Yep, and I'm running
Because I
down
will
the hall.
probably come with you.
And I'm running down the hall towards the door.
No.
Okay, so the two of you go running off. All right, we're gonna take care of you guys in just a moment. Let's really quick. We have Farrell, Wilhelmina, and Repulsio who are staying behind. What are you doing while they're running?
So Repulsia is just floating, like slowly floating from bed to bed while looking, kind of staring at each person and trying to, like, read their emotions to see if they know anything, but she sucks at that, so she's not really getting any information. She's just freaking everyone out.
Fair. You can attempt to roll a sense motive on these people if you'd so like. All right. Wilhelmina, what are you doing?
I'm attempting to sort of look intimidating, and sort of give them the stare downs, and I'll attempt to sense motive as well.
Sure.
Not the best.
You could try and look intimidating.
Oh wait, I do have numbers in there. I don't have a check mark on sense motive, but I've got numbers in it.
Sense motive is one of those skill checks you can roll untrained. Actually, if you go to your character sheets, anything that doesn't have a red box at the end of your skills is something that you can roll untrained or trained.
Okay.
Oh.
So the only skills you don't have access to are the ones with red boxes. You guys tracking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Word. Oh goodness.
Okay, so Sharon, Farrell, and Wilhelmina. Barg. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to pick some stuff up, and you have you're uncertain about these people. So I'm gonna put a pause in this, and we're going to go to Saskia and Altblack. Saskia and Altblack, you guys are outside of the room with the ping token. What do you want to do?
All right, before we go in. Yeah. All right. Listen to me. This might be the guy we're after. This might not be the guy we're after.
Yeah.
I have no grenades. If this busts into a fight, you're gonna need to go back and get the other guys. But leave the otter. He doesn't need to know about the pool.
Okay.
All right. So.
I've got like my data pad out with the copied message on it so that I can reference these old ones if I need to.
All right. Let's go on into the room.
Okay.
Is the door locked or anything?
Yes, it is. It's the nighttime, so you do notice that it's locked.
All right.
It's
All right.
locked.
Do you know how to open this?
What kind of mechanism is it? Is it something I would be able to like hack?
Yes, if you have a computers or engineering, you can attempt to bypass the lock that way.
All right, I have computers. I will try. I'll not do a very good job.
It does not open.
I kind of like whack my fist on it a little bit.
All right.
It's not opening.
Well, we're gonna have to get in here somehow. I'm out of grenades. I guess we're gonna have to knock. All right. So I start beating on the door.
Okay, you start beating on the door. In time, the door unlocks and it opens, and you see like just the whole area is a swimming pool, and it starts out with a beach that like plummets pretty quick. But you look underneath the water and you see a creature floating there with like white eyes, just kind of like looking at you from the abyss that is this deep pool. Let me go ahead and show you what a callow normally looks like so you have an idea. They're usually in suits similar to this. Kind of like a big dome over their head for water as opposed to air, and a big suit that is able to maintain. In fact, if you look hard enough, you probably can see the suit hanging up in the waters below. And you see the creature, the callow, swimming about. He looks to be still as you hear over the intercom, "How may I help you?"
All right.
Hello.
This is the point where I want to go. The five who speak as one sent me.
I'm not following.
You know who well I speak of.
Are you here about the reports I didn't file? I swear I was going to file them tomorrow. It was just a very late day.
Why don't you go ahead and give me the reports, and we'll see what the 5 who speak as one have to say.
Uh, oh, I really don't know how to answer you. Okay.
Are preparations underway for the old one?
Go ahead and roll me a sense motive.
All right.
Saskia, you can as well.
Okay.
Saskia, you're an envoy. And so one of the things that envoys get with their sense motive is you get to roll an additional d6 for your expertise die. So don't forget that.
Yes, I forgot that. How do I roll? Oh, right here.
Okay. Then you'll get an additional d6 on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that came in handy.
Now that that was better.
Yeah, right.
I could use a little help.
So yeah, you both get the vibe that this guy has no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
We might have the wrong room.
All right. What was this guy's name?
Rish?
Risk.
Rish
Rish the fish.
Zek.
Is he a scientist, a doctor, anything like that?
He is one of the 5 scientists.
All right. All right, Risk.
Sorry, that's Rish.
Rish. All right.
Thank
Rish,
you.
we need you to file those reports as soon as possible. Sorry to disturb you, but we'll be on our way.
Thank you. My apologies. Door closes behind you.
All right.
Okay, let's go back to the other group while you're making your way up there. You three, Repulsia, Wilhelmina, Farrell, what are you just still standing there waiting for the group to return, or are you doing anything else?
I would say at this point, Repulsia's standing like in the doorway and
What's
still
wrong?
like trying to, look all authoritative and kind of keeping everyone in line for Alt Black until he gets back.
Okay, roll an intimidate check for me. Wilhelmina.
All right. Well, who's the Decimar? I'm sorry, their name was again. Can you remind me?
The Decimar's name is Sikna Chatusa.
Say Sikna.
Yes, how can I help you?
We haven't had the chance to really speak with you very much. So, what do you know about what's going on here?
Do you mean everything, or this specific and whatever's going on, or?
I mean, do you know, does the 5 who speak as one mean anything to you?
Not that I can think of. You can attempt to roll a sense motive check if at any point you think she's lying.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
All right, well, that happened.
Yeah, she seems clueless.
All right, well, I mean, you seem like a very good sort.
Thank you. Can I go back to sleep?
I mean, do you want to?
And yes, that is what night is for, isn't it? Be nice.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Alt Black's going to be back here in a second,
Well, I can wait. Farrell, what do you want to do? Farrell, anything you want to do or no?
Are you being dramatic or?
No, there's nothing I want to do right now.
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
All right.
All right. Alt Black and Saskia, you guys make it to a bunch of what appears to be just a bunch of scientists who
I'm still trying to
are.
catch up.
All right, guys. I don't think who we're looking for is here. Step out in the hallway so we can talk real quick. We'll let these guys go back to sleep.
Right now, Farrell's real puzzled. He saw those two guys run off, came in, and everybody's awake in here, and now he's having to go back in that hallway. It's like no one's shared any of the conversation with him that they had before they went running off.
That's fair.
So,
We can explain everything now.
once we get back into the hallway, I tell them what happened without mentioning the pool to Farrell.
Seems cruel.
I know.
Sky took notes.
And I relayed that all the information at hand that we got, the guy has no clue what's going on with the 5 who speak as one, the old one, or any of the information at hand. But we did just stir up a hornet's nest, and this guy's going to have to report back to the 5 who speak as one, that I think we should go lay a trap for him.
So, tell me why this guy is sleeping in the other room and not with the others.
He has special permission.
I think he needs the water, right?
No, it's his suit. His suit needs special environment.
So, can I roll a deception check on Alt Black there?
So, you mean you want to see if he's lying to you?
Yeah.
So then that would be a sense motive.
I think so that's got to be like, what is it, a bluff versus sense motive roll off?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna do a sense motive on Alt, because I feel that this tool's not sharing something with me. So
Alt Black, you've got to roll your bluff check.
He's got a -1 to bluff too, so we'll see.
Dear.
I would imagine that Saskia is pretty like stressed out right now because
Yeah,
like,
she's like,
what do I do? Do I tell him?
Saskia.
Do I
Oh
tell
dear.
my captain who's clearly obsessed with this, or
She took notes, or not really notes, but she was like making note of the room with plans to like implement some of it, but like as a surprise. Like it's like research. He doesn't have to know about where I got my research from.
Farrell.
We don't want to distract him from what's going on.
he has a pool.
Well, you can't insinuate.
You
Farrell.
can't assume that from that check.
You do
have
know that he's lying. Something's off, or you know that he's not telling you something on purpose or something.
You're not telling me something.
All right. So this guy has a room specially made for his type of person or being. All right. There is a highly caustic chemical that can eat through metal that he has to survive in.
Chemical.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're doing. Okay,
That wasn't
doesn't
actually a
sound
chemical.
Yeah, it's a chemical that will cause the
actually-
degradation of rust.
It wasn't
Rust.
a chemical.
Yes, it's a chemical.
Saskia,
It's bonds. It's atoms.
explain to me
that
what
will
he's hiding
actually
from me,
erode
because-
rock and metal.
he's not being truthful.
Pause. For those of you who don't know, Farrell is an otter person, and he's been doing nothing but looking for water since we started this damn adventure.
he's also been trying to figure out how to build a pool or something on the ship.
Yes.
That's true.
So
asked me to
character-wise,
build it.
this is something he's very much interested in. All right, unpause Saskia.
Saskia, don't.
I took some notes.
You're surprised.
I took some notes for an engineering project for Farrell.
Yes, I would be Farrell.
Yes, I
What
took
notes
some
it does
notes on it.
We gotta lay this trap before it's too late. This person is gonna get to send this message out.
I'll tell you later. I can explain later. It's not really important to the investigation.
All right, Alt Black goes
If
running
it's not the
back to
part-
the tunnels.
So not important. Why is he hiding it from me?
I don't think he wants us to be distracted.
But now I'm going to be distracted for the rest of the evening. Morning. Evening. Morning. We haven't
Well,
been to bed.
I'll write up some notes and I'll get it to you.
Fine.
Okay. Alt Black, you go running back to the tunnels. Does anybody else follow him? Or what does the rest of the party do?
I don't know. He just ran off. Where did he go?
I said we've got to lay a trap for whoever's
He wants to
reporting,
lay a
and then I ran
trap.
off.
I follow all black.
I mean, Repulsion, I guess, would follow him, but I didn't see where he went.
He went back.
Excuse me.
Running off.
He probably went.
Where did he go?
I think
That
we-
was
It's
beyond
like
me now.
clipping through walls and everything.
I think that-
Floated off.
That's
I don't know where he went.
That's my
T-posing.
That's my favorite thing about Fantasy Grounds: the slow movement of character.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so once I tell Farrell that I'll catch him up later on what Alt Black is hiding, I'll follow them.
So you
as
are
well.
going to tell Farrell right now when he falls
I
behind?
told him that I will give him notes later. I don't want to like go into detail, and then he'll want to see it, and we'll have to
This
knock on the
whole
guy's
thing.
door again, and I don't want to have to like go bother him again. So I'm gonna. I told him I'll write up some notes later about it.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move us back to the maintenance tunnels so you are all aware. I'm going to go ahead. If you have closed it, I'm going to go ahead and share it with you again so that we're all on the same page. Do you all see the maintenance tunnels image?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
loading in for me.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be lit. I won't see it yet.
Real quick,
Oh, there we go, got
prankster,
it.
can I ask you, where do I find my BAB?
Your BAB is under, it's on your main tab. It's in the middle column. Let me go ahead and open up. I have to look at it. So it's on your main tab of your character sheet. It's in the middle column that says Initiative, Melee, Ranged, Thrown. Go
Okay.
ahead and click on that little magnifying glass, and that will bring up another window which tells you what your BAB is. Your base attack bonus, which currently is a +2.
Damn it. Okay.
Pourquoi?
Now, we need to go back to where that computer was, which I think is this area here, where I moved the token.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And that is
And
that.
we're-
Do you remember how to get back?
And we have to lay a trap there for whoever's going to send off this message. We just stirred the hornet's nest.
We don't know how long until they come back.
Like an actual physical trap?
Well, no, just, we have to see who comes down for it. This is going to be the easiest way for us to figure out who is actually doing this.
And
Okay,
you
so we're
plan
just
to do
waiting
this
to see.
how? Are you just going to stand here?
Yeah.
You're going to try to hide behind something?
We
Well,
all
what-
find our way back there.
Big
What-
fat head.
What I was planning was there are multiple entryways, but a lot of places for us to hide to see who travels down there. If 2 people stay in the room, 2 people stay in this room, 2 people stay in just, well, I guess we've only got 3 people who can stay there, and I see the ladder coming up here, which would probably be the quickest way down into that room. So that way we can just see who comes down to try to get
Wait.
to that room.
The one with the ladder, where did that one come out at? It was in that main room.
This
The
is the generator
computers?
room, right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was on the other floor.
What was above it?
The generator.
Upstairs?
Yeah, that was the generator room.
Okay. Because it had like some computers around it.
hmm
Okay. So we probably wouldn't be able to find much information in there. The people recently using that. So we're going to hide down here and wait for possibly up to a few days.
They've only got enough time, but we just stirred the hornet a few days before preparations are complete. But the guy said they are unaware. Now somebody is aware. We just stirred the hornet's nest and told everybody. So now he's got to make a quick report saying, hey, they found out. We need to
Assuming it's a
accelerate.
scientist, right?
Well,
Right,
the
'cause there's
sci-
other people on the station besides those people we just talked to.
But the scientists are going to say a bunch of people came into their room talking about some old one and some 5 people. Word gets around fast in a small space station. So if we just rest up a little bit while waiting for someone, somebody will come.
Maybe.
How long do you think it would take?
Maybe an hour or 2.
And then after that, how long are we waiting before we decide to give up? Because that's what we're going to end up doing.
Because we can wait, and then if it doesn't work, try something else, or some of us could wait, and some could go do something else.
Well, it's like what, 3 a.m. something like that, right?
It was 3 a.m. when you had the interaction. It's probably closer to like 3:45, 4 a.m. right
Okay.
now.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds about right. I feel like let's wait a couple hours until like breakfast time, when people start waking up. If nobody comes down by then we can go back up and talk to people as they're waking up. Figure out who we want to talk to next.
Now,
People will actually be up by then, so we can. What's happening?
Freebird.
Ah!
Wow.
Yay!
Aw.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Lamante.
Is
I mean, he
continue.
gifted me a sub before, and then I continued it.
Is there a way that I could try to like get back on that computer and set up some kind of alert on my data pad that's connected to that computer where it'll like send me like a little alert or a notification if someone accesses it?
You can attempt to do something like that.
That'd be like a
Okay.
virus or a worm.
That seems like a reasonable thing.
Because it could be just something pretty simple. All it does is send me like a message or something.
Yeah, just
If someone logs on.
yeah, like X person has logged onto the computer.
Mm-hmm. So
Before we get into the waiting period, or as we're doing the waiting period, can we just go ahead and break for a bio break?
I was gonna suggest that.
Yeah, why
Us
don't we go
waiting
ahead
would be a
and
break.
take a break? I'm gonna go ahead and put our intermission
should I
thing
try
on.
to do a computer
Sounds good.
before or after?
You know what? Let's do computers
gonna be
check and we'll
during.
end on that. Well, let's do your computers check really quick to see if you're successful, and then we'll take our bio break, just so we don't
Okay.
forget the check.
I don't want to forget to do it.
Absolutely.
Good plan.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Not only does it send you an alert, it makes you a cup of coffee so you'll stay awake.
What are we
Good
gonna
job.
learn? You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, that's a good,
Aw,
that's a good one to
yeah.
end on.
All those ones were worth it.
Exactly.
All right, y'all go take your bio break. I'm gonna go ahead and play some
Yeah,
Ben sound while we wait.
Get my mic.
Ooh, that might be good.
Wow, this is good. That was a good 20.
Real quick, prankster, got a quick GM question before you go by break.
That's actually I don't know if I need to really take one, so I might just stay here. Go ahead.
All right, so you know how I can fire up to 6 shots with my grenade launcher, right?
That are like in the chamber, so or not in the chamber, in the magazine. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Mhm.
Now, if I take a full attack, that's a penalty per shot, right?
Yes. Well, it is. If you take a full attack action, which would be 2 attacks as opposed to 1 standard attack, you take a -4 to both attacks.
If I take grenade proficiency, no penalties to attacks made with grenades, would that bypass the penalty to making a full attack?
Is this a special grenade proficiency? Because you already have grenade proficiency as a soldier, which is the proficiency to be able to use grenades.
Yes.
And-
Yes, this is a specialty.
Okay.
This is an actual combat feat. The combat feat grenade proficiency is literally prerequisites nothing, no penalty to attacks made with grenades.
So is this in the core rulebook?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I read it on the table 6.1, I haven't actually read into it.
Okay, let me go ahead and double check here. 6-1, page 153, correct?
Yep, 153.
So, okay, so I see. I hear what you're saying. So, this might be something you just don't know. Anytime you attempt to use a weapon a category of weapons that you're not proficient in, you take a negative to that hit. So, for instance, let's pretend Saskia, who's here, tries to use a long arm, right? Like a rifle. Okay, I don't believe she has proficiency in long arms. So because of that, any long arm she tries to fire, she will incur a -4 penalty.
Okay.
So when you gain proficiency in a weapon class, it negates that negative, and you just are able to use it at a 0.
Damn it.
So I hear what you're saying, but that is what it's referring to is that particular rule. But that's a good question.
Damn, I thought I was gonna make a game-breaking character right there.
You know what though? Let me check on that really quick because that is a good question you bring up.
Yeah, because I read on it further. Grenade proficiency combat. You know how to use grenades. You gain proficiency in grenades. See page 243.
Yeah, and I believe if you go to page... I feel like we're having a nerd off. If you go to page 110, you'll see the soldier. That's where the soldier is. If you go to the very bottom, it says weapon proficiency, grenades.
Yeah.
So you already have that proficiency just because you are a soldier. You are a soldier. You like to keep things very good.
Yeah, I basically have a proficiency in every firearm.
Sure. And shields, which isn't there, but they retconned when the... Golly gosh darn it. When their new character operations manual dropped, they introduced shields into the game, and they retconned it because they didn't have shields when they first opened the game, when they first published Starfinder. But soldiers have proficiency in them right retroactively, which makes sense. I love
Yeah, I have
this.
BAB because I still want shot on the run, but I have to have a BAB of 4.
Oh, are you still deciding on your combat feat? Is that why we're having this discussion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not seeing anything I really want other than...
Dun, dun, dun.
Even my dog's in the background trying to hit the beat, but he's off while scratching.
So I'm so glad that you guys discovered that information last week, because I really feel like, you know, like I feel like up until that point it's like, okay, things have been a little bit weird, you've been on a space station, but now it's like there's something more going on, which you guys already assumed.
Actually found something.
Yeah. Oh, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yes.
What did you roll a natural 20 on?
On my
On
computer.
her computer's check.
Yeah, on a computer check before break.
So
I thought
I
you
put
rolled
in.
a natural 20.
Oh no.
So, Lamonti, I have a question for you,
yes.
because you like to GM as well. How much?
Apparently, even
So
though I
she
haven't
says.
yet, which
Well-
like Professor Timeslip is giving me all the shit about.
So truth of the matter is that she's more experienced than me as a GM. I believe so, at least, because you've been doing this for 7 or 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. Wow. You're making me feel old, bro.
I didn't mean to.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Jester.
So I've GM'd in other systems, I guess is all I'm saying. But you have more experience with Paizo stuff. Pathfinder. And actually, just as a question of curiosity to you, how much carryover do you see between Pathfinder and Starfinder?
How much crossover?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty darn similar. I mean, it's just sort of like a renaming of a lot of things, honestly. And it seems like so I haven't played 2nd edition Pathfinder, which you all have, right? So from what I know, they sort of streamlined a few things, and it seems like those same streamlined things, like Starfinder was almost like I don't know, like Pathfinder 1.5 in space.
Yeah, that's accurate.
If that makes sense. And then they streamlined further, you know?
Mm-hmm. Did anybody else catch Alky's socks?
No.
I did. I caught them earlier.
They're really cute and rainbow colored.
I know they are very adorable.
There they are.
Y'all have weird taste.
It was just fun.
I like fun socks.
I do too.
Yeah, it's okay to. I used to have toe socks because I had a pair of, what were they called, Vibrams.
That's just weird, bro.
I
Oh,
love
I
those
mean-
shoes.
Yeah, you just lost some credibility there.
I
know, I'm not
loved.
sure, like...
I had some,
Yeah.
but I did not like them.
Oh.
They made my feet cold.
I loved them and I wore them everywhere, and I got in trouble to wearing them at church because I was the worship leader, so I had my toe shoes on while I was up there, and I got in trouble. I'd do it again.
Toe shoes?
Yeah.
Wow, no.
I mean, I can understand if you were doing some sort of like rock climbing.
I was-
or...
Like something that required, like, toe grip.
Yeah.
So okay,
Right.
so legit. Okay, so I had a legitimate reason for getting them. Apparently, I found out that they help runners who have back problems because it's supposed to be more natural or whatever. And I had a lot of back problems, and so I got them, and I fell in love with them. I was able to actually run for the first time in my life without like having intense back pain. So I just fell in love with the shoes. And to an unhealthy obsession. Like, I just wore them all the time, whenever I could. I just loved them. Because I also like being barefoot. It felt like I was kind of barefoot as well.
So, did you find the cure while wearing those shoes for not only your back pain, but looking like a nerd?
I did. I will have you know, I did. I actually
Oh, sorry.
dropped. Oh, no worries. I dropped to under 200 pounds for the first time since high school.
I was more
Wow.
talking about the fact that you would look ridiculous in those shoes.
I mean, I think he was like basically saying like that
We get it.
you
We
did
get it.
look like a nerd
That-
wearing
that-
those shoes.
yeah.
I know
like-
a friend in
I'm trying-
college who was
So-
like,
Oh,
wore
like,
them.
did you find that it was also the cure for like having dignity, prankster? Like, is that, like,
Wow.
Wow.
Ouch.
I feeling very attacked right now. And
You get to attack us constantly, so we get to attack you.
You know what? There was a
I
trap.
lift weights barefoot. I lift weights barefoot. I mean, I have socks on because that would be gross.
Hey,
Yeah.
I own a pair of Crocs. I will admit I own a pair of Crocs. They were great shower shoes.
I've been
Yes,
told.
sir.
The reason I had them.
I mean, can we even be friends anymore?
All right. When you're in Afghanistan, you don't want to put your feet in the shower when 20 other guys just showered before
No.
you. So you have to wear shower shoes. So
It
I
does
wore
sound pretty
Crocs.
gross, dude.
It makes
I have a
sense.
foot phobia. I hate feet. I hate seeing them. I hate flip flops.
Really?
Yeah.
You
So-
live in Southern California.
I know. It's a nightmare for me.
Every day she goes out her door. It's a nightmare.
I didn't like own real shoes until I moved to the East Coast. Literally, like
Man, I
it was,
never.
like flip-flop sandals and like ballet flats and
I can't do flip flops. I've tried. Like I've made an honest effort, and I hate them. I can't do it. And I also don't like looking at feet. So.
Crocs would be great for the garden. You don't have to worry about getting shoes dirty, and when your Crocs get muddy and stuff like that, you just rinse them off.
I mean, I don't know, like Jester and like Giddy, I'm not feeling it.
I was
No.
my mom was a bit of a hippie, and so I kind of have that. Like I like to walk around outside barefoot, and like when I go garden in my backyard, I like to garden barefoot as well. I'm not as hippie as her because she has this thing. She has this thing called fire water, and apparently it's Lamontia. That's the same exact look. No, it sounds like it.
I thought that's what they called whiskey.
Yeah,
Fire
no.
water.
Right?
No, it is like, so it's like a jar. I think it's got vinegar in it, and like jalapenos and other types of peppers and all of these different things. And it's supposed to like leach all of that out into the water with all of the like nutrient goodness. She's like, I drink that every time I'm sick and I'm better.
Oh, that sounds delicious, actually.
I would die.
It sounds horrible.
I love spicy things, and I love
Sounds so
vinegar.
scary.
So I
I
used
like
to like
vinegar, but I hate spice.
like I drink pickle juice. I used to like just like drink red wine vinegar with like a little salt, some ice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like pickle juice, but I've never drank.
I was gonna say, I bet you're a pickle
Red
juice fan,
wine
Lamontia. I would bet
Yeah, anything pickled, pretty much. I'm down. Pickled, like pickles, pickled onions, pickled eggs, pickled pig's feet. Like, let's
Never
go.
had pigs.
it. Man. So
Kind of
I,
disgusting. But delicious.
you know what?
Oh,
Here.
Pickle
Wicked's
sheep
got,
fries.
Chester's got his Crocs. You've got your pickles. I've got my Vibrams, which I love, and unfortunately, may they rest in peace because I had to throw them away. Everybody's got their things, you know?
I've
We're
also
just-
got an axe.
Yeah.
You have an axe.
Chester has an axe.
And we have our turn.
And we have our turn. So,
Actually, while I'm reading through the combat feats, this one might be a good one to bring up to Craftjaw since he's not here. Blind fight. In a melee, every time you miss because of... Oh, never mind. I was reading that wrong. I thought it was you got to re-roll concealment.
Oh.
Giddy, you can see...
This table is very confusing.
Yeah. How blind fight works is you get a two shots against total concealment.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll
Hey,
a
Jester,
D100
show your
twice.
axe, please.
Yeah, show your axe.
You have a request.
Yeah.
Zach, show axe, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is Jester's lucky axe when he feels like things are going bad.
It's a little axe.
He feels threatened.
It's a tiny axe.
Yeah, he just, he like brings it out to intimidate us, It's good axe. Good axe.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put this soundscape on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the wonderful Ben Swan, or Ben Sound.
Good sound.
And
Close
so-
enough.
I'm going to turn off the BS. Hi-yo! All right, so with that said, you are back in this room. Before I break, you guys stirred the hornet's nest, as Jester so aptly put, and you woke up all the scientists, accused all of them of, well, you didn't accuse them. Well, you accused some of them.
Of being in bed with the five.
Of being in bed with the five, who speaks as one. And you felt it in your best interest to come down here into the maintenance tunnels to set a trap. After
No,
all, yes, I guess I should say Alt Black felt it was wise, and so he ran down here. All of you trailed. You made your way down here, and you're currently deciding on the best course of action. All of you are sitting at in this room, deciding what you want to do next. Saskia rolled a natural 20 on her computer's check to essentially set up an alert on the computer so that you would all know the next time somebody utilized this computer. So,
we probably should get out of this room then.
how do you proceed?
It's not to attract attention to ourselves. Would you not say? Is there a place?
Yeah.
Okay, can I roll a perception, see if there's places actually in the room to hide?
I mean, so there's a lot of different crates. You probably, like Jester, Alt Black probably couldn't hide anywhere just because he's so big. However, you could, and this is like half of your party, you could possibly hide one of you in one of these compartments.
All right, so go to one that go to the compartments.
Or chests. Sorry.
Is the chest or the chest made out of wood?
No, they're like all kind of like metal, look very industrial.
Do they have peepholes?
No, all of them, like you might be able to like open one and crack it and sit in there and might be able to listen. But if somebody was to close it while you're in there, you'd be pretty in a bad spot.
Yeah, stuck. Mhm.
SOL.
Now, I have a question. Are there enough boxes and arranged in a way to where you could kind of build a little, like,
Box fort?
tidy, a box fort essentially,
But if we
where you
if
can
we
go
move-
inside it and you can kind of, I mean, if they move the boxes, you might. as well.
Yeah.
But to where you can peek like in between the cracks of the boxes.
I love it.
But the person that comes
cracks.
back here on this computer knows where how all these
Yeah,
boxes
they would
are
probably
arranged.
realize that stuff got moved if we moved
Yeah. Oh.
anything.
Okay.
So if we're
Unless they're
trying to set,
really dumb.
so, like,
Well, I'm out
there's
of
like,
ideas.
like trap number 1 is just attack whoever appears, and we don't care if they know we're here. Trap number 2 is try to let them not know we're here, and get like them to think they're safe.
All right, so what I want to do as Alt Black, since there's no place for me to actually hide here, I want to go here and look like I'm looking at the generator, because I have a theory that whoever's coming down here is coming through that ladder that's right in this room, which the ladder, where's the birdie, is right there.
10-4? Okay.
Mhm.
So you're going to hide in this room waiting for somebody to come down.
Are we
Yeah.
going to attack whoever shows up, or let
No.
them
I want to
pass?
pretend like I'm looking at the generator. You know, if you're here, you can have your tablet out and
Yeah.
pretend like you're showing me something, because you probably understand the concept more, and it'd look like you're training me or something like that. Now, if somebody comes down that ladder, they'll leave the room thinking we're actually doing work down here.
Mm-hmm.
But then we can just peek our head out and see if they go into the room that computer's at.
And I can see if I get a notification on my pad if they
Mhm.
log on.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
do the others need to do?
The others are completely up to their own devices.
Well, it'd probably be good to try and cover all angles in case they come in from a different direction.
I mean, if anything, Repulsia could be with us, and the other two could go to the gym, and using your telepathy, you could signal that there's somebody coming down, or that there's been a ping on the thing. I don't know how far the.
I don't know that her telepathic speaking works that way. Like, I don't think it's like over that.
I think it works just like talking.
Yeah, like
does.
general proximity.
It's
Yeah.
not like super far.
And I would imagine if I did that, everyone in the vicinity would hear. I can't only do certain. Is that? I don't know.
Radial, not
Oh yeah, because we haven't used it much
Correct.
yet.
Yeah.
So, do we have access to a radio where we can talk to each other if we're at a distance?
Actually, I think I might have a radio.
Some kind of comm device.
Inventory. Nope, I had to get rid of that.
Well, it only works if everyone has one anyway,
Yeah.
right?
What about
Oh,
our
comm
like,
unit personal. I do have a personal comm unit.
So, in the interests of moving us along, I'm going to give the rest of everybody else 3 minutes to decide. 3 real life minutes to decide what you're doing, so that way we can continue to move.
Yeah, I'll go tell the others what me and Alt Black are planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do our personal organizers give us the ability to text each other in real time?
I'm going to assume all of you, for all intents and purposes, have a comm device that's essentially in your ear. Generally,
Okay.
if you didn't buy one at characters building, the Starfinders would have provided you something like that to be able to communicate with one another in various places.
Okay.
Oh,
Then Repulsion's gonna go up in this room over here and hide in there
Okay.
and listen to just in case someone comes
I
from that way.
figured Repulsion would want to see all the people working out with their limbs.
I need to change to the map screen. My apologies.
Yeah, we can't see the map. So, I lean over to Wilhelmina and say, so, how many sets of those arms can you pump iron with at the same time?
I mean, like, as long as the weights are light enough, I can use all 6, you know?
Let's go check it out. I want to see this.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Uh,
So we
Okay, so
trot off
you're-
to the gym.
I will let you know if we see anything.
You
or
do
hear
that.
Anything. Okay, they're going to the gym to work out.
I'm sorry.
That is
You moving
awesome.
me? Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
I'm sorry about that. Yes,
No problem. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so essentially, the plan, just so I'm on the same page, is you have essentially fanned out in hopes of collapsing in on the location should somebody arise.
Yes.
Yep. You successfully have your party split there.
Yep.
But
GM.
we're within enough of a proximity that it should not be a problem.
Yes, and
hope.
I was not trying to insinuate anything. Okay, so give me a second here. When I don't know what to do, and I'm certain Lamontia can attest to this as a GM, sometimes you just gotta roll for it. Okay, an hour goes by, and keep in mind this is about 4 a.m. in the morning at this point, so it's 5 a.m. and nothing. It's early. Nobody comes by. It is about 6 a.m.
I would want to do a comm check at 5 a.m. just to see if everybody's still good.
I'm trying to sleep.
All right.
while working out.
No, she's the one working out. I'm just watching.
Wilhelmina's over there like, I got this.
All 6 arms.
You're the
Bicep
best.
curls.
You're the best, Wilhelmina. Yeah, you're the best.
She's not actually very strong, but it's like the wiry kind, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so hour 2 goes by. It is 6 a.m. You start to see some of like the security people coming down, maybe a couple of other early risers who join you in the gym and who kind of are working out. Hour 6 goes by, and then it becomes hour 7. And all of you guys are staying for 3 hours. Everybody's just staying in their locations. Just so I'm clear.
I mean, after 2 hours, I would come out because we kind of unofficially agreed to wait for a couple hours, and it's been a couple hours. So I'll probably float down and ask what's going on? What's the plan? What are we doing now?
Well, I'm planning on waiting this out because I know this guy's gonna come down here.
For how long?
I was gonna give it another 2 hours.
No, 2 hours. All right. I'm gonna float up here. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
So right now, Farrell's kind of doing the Great Escape. Scene from the Great Escape where he's just kind of leaning up against the wall. He's throwing a tennis ball against the opposite wall and letting it bounce back to him. Hey.
Hey. So Alt wants to wait for another couple hours.
Oh my god.
Not sure how long I can keep doing this.
Yeah. She's been pumping iron for 3 hours now. I mean,
It'd be 2 hours at this point.
She is buff.
Yeah.
Good lord, she is
2
just.
hours. Yeah.
I just want to tone.
but I should work more on your core.
Okay.
Oh,
That's.
So-
that's a low blow.
Yeah.
So you wait.
Hey.
You wait till about I'm gonna say about 7:30 ish, and Saskia, your data pad sends you an alert.
Something came up. Can I?
Alright.
What do I see?
You see on the data pad that somebody logged into the computer that you put the alert on
Someone logged in.
as Abe Henry.
Abe logged on.
All right, I'm running to the opening, signaling them over the earpieces, movement or whatever, just to get their asses down to the room.
All right. Wilhelmina, Jessica, let's get going.
Jessica.
Jessica.
People call me that on a regular basis at work. When I answer the phone, my name is Cecilia, so I answer, "Hi, I'm Cecilia." "Oh, hi, Jessica." Sure.
So really,
Close enough.
quick, Alt Black, are you barging in?
Not completely. I just want to get into the room and try to peek my head in there.
Since
see
they
what's
just logged in, they probably haven't done anything yet. So we're assuming they're still there, right? That's what Alt's assuming, that they're still
Mhm.
there.
Yes.
I just want to look in the room, see if I can see what's going on, but I don't really. With the dimensions and the layout and everything on there, I thought the room started like right here.
Got you. Fair enough. So you are on the periphery. I'm going to give you a bonus because you haven't totally gone in. But go ahead and roll me a stealth check because you guys are trying to act quiet. Saskia and Alt Black.
All right.
Yeah. Saskia is so stealthy that Alt Black loses track of her. And Alt Black, you're quiet enough to not even not bring attention to yourself. What you hear though is like clickety click 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 clickety click, like somebody is typing on the computer.
All right, and the other people are all finally filed down, right? Wilhelmina, Farrell, and Repulsion.
We're down the hall. Okay, we're here.
I took
Alright.
I took
We're in
away
a
my
line.
my data pad.
So, quietly relaying that the guy is actually in there typing away right now.
Go get him, Tiger.
All right, fine.
Really quick, before that happens, go ahead and all of you hear or feel
Oh.
a beep from every single one of your data pads.
All right.
Beep, 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 beep.
I have mine silenced.
Go ahead and
I would feel it.
okay, so you would feel it. Everybody, roll me a Alt Black. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay, everything seems fine. If any of you were to look at your data pad, you would see that it is a message from Laramis Tanuash saying, "What in Desna's name did you do last night, waking up all of the scientists?
I knew it was coming.
Meet in the meeting room ASAP."
Nobody answer.
I'll see it and I just kind of take it back away.
No, nobody answer. We need to get this so that we can clear our name.
Yeah, we'll all say we never got, or like we didn't get it until like an hour later.
Yeah.
Fine.
All of us. Weird, right? Yeah.
We had to finish what we were doing.
And we were busy. Like, I mean, I had it was on silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, at the task at hand, because we're not going to let this guy go. When we entered this room, did I have to do any athletics checks to get in here before? I can't remember.
You did.
To get Yeah, to get through the thingy.
Was it aerobics or athletics?
I gave you
right?
the option. Aerobics, acrobatics
Acrobatics.
is
Yeah.
as if you were kind of like definitely jumping over it, making your way
Physical.
over it.
Physical.
All right.
Athletics is like you're pushing things out of the way to get in there. Whichever you
Can I move
prefer.
into the room?
Not with that check. So yeah, you clumsily like you make some sound.
No.
All right. But we already know there's only one way in and one way out.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. We could just wait.
Well, obviously not, because he was able to get in there
well,
without you
we,
go.
we only had the gym and that other hallway. There's still 3 other avenues that he could have came down.
Could have snuck by. Like,
What if
not
there's a
probably
vent
by
or
me
something?
and
Good night,
Alt
Gideon.
Black, but there's probably another way.
A trap door in there. Would it?
Either way, he's in there. Unless there's a door within that room that we didn't see,
Exactly.
he has to come by us to get out.
What if there is?
So,
All right.
Saskia is
Think that
really
we
not
could
the
just, like-
the one who wants to like try to go in first.
Farrell's the smallest of who's with us now.
And he's also the
Pockets
most
of
and he's also the most melee combat, which melee would thrive for that area.
Fine. Let me at it.
All right, give me an
Get your little
athletics
ass in there.
or an acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics, Farrell. So yeah, you try like pushing through and like you guys make more sound. Saskia, Alt Black, Farrell, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Saskia, you listen very, very carefully, especially after Alt Black told you he heard somebody was in there clicking and clacking. You don't hear any clicking and clacking anymore.
There's no noise anymore. They
Oh
might
fuck.
just be standing there listening.
That's it, I'm barreling into that room.
Can I try to like peek around, or do I have to like crawl all the way through to see if someone's in there?
If you want to try and peek around, you can go ahead and roll me a perception check. Or if
Okay,
you
I'll
want
try to
to
see if I can see someone in there
Sure.
first. Yeah.
You see crates.
All right. I don't see anybody. I will try to go in.
Roll me an acrobatics or athletics check. Oh, Black, you're at this
God
point you
dang.
guys have like banged up against these things enough to be able to move them out of the way. And so you're
Thank you.
you know, there are crates that are in the like you just kind of like push them out of the way. You're looking and you don't see anybody there. But you do see that somebody was logged into the computer.
They got away somehow.
And you see Saskia. Presumably, you go up to the computer,
Yeah, I'll run up to the computer.
and you
Check the
s-
boxes,
not gonna
check the
touch
boxes, check the
anything
boxes,
just
check
yet.
the boxes, check the boxes, check the
you
boxes,
see
check
that
the boxes,
whatever was gone on is just like it's to some center again. So same coordinates, like out in the middle of nowhere. You have no idea where this is. It doesn't correspond to any, solar system that you know of. For all intents and purposes, it looks like just dead space. And you just see need evacuation ASAP. Okay,
All right.
He wants out.
Farrell, what did you say?
check the boxes.
Yeah. Can we search the room to see if they're hiding in the room?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
While they're checking the boxes, the things that my character's actually on, the biohazard and nuclear symbol things, right now I think there's a trap door in them.
Okay.
And I want to investigate those directly and the surrounding areas of that wall to see if there is a trap door that is hidden.
So I want everybody to roll me a perception check. Everybody who's investigating and doing stuff in this room,
Yes.
presumably it's clear for everybody to come in because you've moved enough crates out of the way. That's fine.
All right, busting out the lucky axe.
We need
To
it.
Axe. Get to Axe, Jesta.
All right.
Nice.
So,
He's Jester.
here's what happens. You're all looking through various crates, like opening them up, and some of it's just like tools, clothing, a bunch of things that are needed for space station stuff, everything. Jester, as you draw closer to these two things, you're looking for a trapdoor, and you have your hands on the wall. You put your hands on top of these things, and specifically the biohazard one on the right. You put your hand on there, and something doesn't feel right. In fact, it feels just like paper, and the biohazard sign just peels off super easily to just a regular cargo container. You open it up, and you see somebody inside.
Oh!
Are they alive?
All right,
They look
I
like-
grab a hold of whoever it is by whatever I can grab, and rip them out and throw them on the floor.
Okay. You rip them out and throw them on the floor, and this is what you see.
Hey.
Hello.
Creepy.
You.
How are you?
Hi.
So
I think you've got some explaining to do.
You knew who the old
Is
ones
he?
were.
Hi.
That's it. You're coming with us.
I've been kidnapped and tossed in here. Thank you for saving me.
Sense motive.
Go
Sense
ahead.
motive.
Yeah.
Lies.
Go ahead
I
and
think
roll
she's-
sense motive.
Full of it.
Where is it? Where is it?
That was much better.
And this one is sorry.
Oh, we all
No.
getting this girl.
So I will tell you, I will show you what I rolled on the dice to keep
her
myself
bluff?
honest.
Oh, good.
Is that a crit fail?
That is a crit fail.
You can't crit fail on a skill check.
That's true.
You can't.
It's true.
I think we should still at least throw some emotes in.
Yeah, I mean,
So yes, that was a crit fail.
celebrate.
So yeah, she
Nice, Jester.
you 100% know she's lying. All of you 100% know she's lying.
Dave. All right.
Well, oh, well, we have to. We're supposed to go like with the meeting. The meeting. We got to go to the meeting because they called us there. So let's bring her. Let's drag her.
Let's
there
get a
with us.
copy of that message that she sent, the location, and then we're gonna take all the
Oh
information
yeah.
to what's her face that's yelling at us.
Yeah.
I'll download that information onto my pad with the
But
other
I
information
will
have.
be escorting this worm thing to the meeting at gunpoint because I don't have handcuffs.
Don't be speciest.
And I don't know handcuffs would actually stay on this creature.
So
I have in my inventory, I have binders because I like to buy a lot of random crap when I create a character.
oh 100%.
So I have binders or single-use resin cord restraints that can be placed only on helpless, pinned, or willing creatures as a standard action. A pair of binders immobilizes 2 limbs of your choice. She would have to roll a DC 20 plus half her level, so a 21 acrobatics check to escape it.
I also have 50 feet of titanium alloy cable line. Now that's for my future body, but you can borrow it.
I don't think tying her up with a titanium rope is going to be very effective if her skin is slippery.
Oh, I guess you're.
I didn't know. Yes.
But I feel like these binders are probably like, you know, for appropriate use on a variety of life forms.
Yeah. So can't you get her to wear those? Well, I've got a gun drawn on her.
Well, either is she willing, or do we need to pin her? Will she let me put the binders on her?
She just
Because
is like,
I will pin her. I have 6 arms and I can grapple.
Does she have that many?
But you've also been working out for 4 hours.
so yeah, she does seem
With very lightweight, high rep.
she does seem resistant.
Compliant.
So go
Oh,
ahead and
resistant.
roll that athletics check.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just against my. There, I don't roll for that.
Acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Or I'm sorry. You roll an athletics check to do a combat maneuver. My
I do
apologies.
roll. So you want me to grapple her?
Yes, she does not seem willing.
All right, come
Even
on.
with the gun to her head?
With the gun, I mean, like.
I mean, does she value her own life?
Roll me an intimidate check, Jester.
Can I roll the intimidate?
You're not holding the
Sure,
gun.
sure.
Yeah,
Both of
I
you can
attempt
roll
to
the
aid.
intimidate check. I will allow both of you.
Well, fuck.
You do know I'm at a -1. You do know I'm -1 on this.
That's fine.
I'm
You
at
have
a
your gun out,
+6
so
Taller.
one.
I'm giving you bonuses because you have your gun out. Okay. So yeah, she seems, she's like really like, she breathes in and she just says,
Okay. Okay. You can take me.
and she just smiles at you.
Right. No, don't you struggle now. Have to grapple you. Okay, so I like
Would
With your
never.
tiny little fluffy out.
actually I'm a really like I am a grappler. It is an ability that I have as a 6-armed skittermander.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so I put my little thingies on her, and she would have to roll
At this point,
to get-
Alt is now kind of thinking, does Wilhelmina keep those for another reason? All right,
mean,
I don't need to know. I don't need
I
to
mean,
know.
I don't know. It's like is alt into the interspecies like thing, you know? Like
Really, what choice does he have, right?
I mean,
Alright.
she furry, but she
Propulsion
cute.
will be so jealous.
All right.
All right, we're going down the wrong course.
Yes.
We're going.
We're getting
Alright.
off track.
Correct. All right. So you guys put the binders on her. She's smiling the whole time, and you begin to walk towards the meeting.
I'm gonna bring up the new map.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and bring this. Oops, wrong one. Oh, by the way, a suggestion that I have for you guys while I'm switching maps really quick. I would suggest when you open a map, keep it open and maybe just like have it in a window underneath your current map if it's not too much, because then that way you don't have to reload them over and over and over again.
Okay.
That's what I do, and I found it to be helpful for me. With that said, we're going to go back here. Excuse me. Okay. I am going to place you just in the dock area. So if you want to move, if you believe your characters would be elsewhere, that's fine. I'm just placing them in a place to get us started.
All right.
Okay.
And do you want to use a little owl token to represent the worm person?
Yes. You know what? I'm going to start using separate tokens here. Because you know what? I might actually have a Decimar token. Let's find out. Oh, look at that. You guys are going to be happy with me. Bam.
Wormy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
She looks like Randall from Monsters Inc. Right,
She
Randall?
A little bit.
I was thinking of the little cockroach guys from Men in Black.
Men in Black. Okay, I can
Oh,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I can see that. For
I've
sure,
never
sure.
seen Men in Black.
Okay.
What?
All right, let's.
All right, so now we know what the next movie night's going to be.
So, as you begin escorting her towards the meeting place, she starts. And you could feel free to place your characters however you feel, right? But she, that's kind of how I imagine it in my head. You're all flanking her and kind of walking, and she,
Surrounding her.
yeah, and she essentially is like,
The time is coming, the time is nigh.
No.
When the old one wakens and you will all die.
All right, you need to shut it. Okay, just
Time is coming, the time is nigh.
No.
Actually, kind of like this song.
and she's just walking along. And as you are walking along with her, we'll say maybe get like halfway down this dock area, she just says, 5, 4,
Oh God, Jesus.
3,
no. Can I look around and see if I see or hear
It's a bomb.
anything?
1.
Okay.
8, 4.
And when
7.
she hits 1
Okay.
and then hits 0, alarms, the nightmare alarms,
Oh.
go off in the facility.
Oh.
And she looks back at all of you and smiles.
I'm fine with this.
Wilhelmina, roll me a wisdom check really quick.
Yo.
I don't know where the axe is at. I can't. Oh, there it is.
Oh, great. Okay.
You know what?
Too late.
Sorry.
That's a fail, but I kind of want to give it anyway because I think it'll be a fun note to end on. Wilhelmina, she smiles at you, and you begin to think back. You begin to think back to that first night that you were here and you were all watching the nightmares on the large screen as the security team went in there and they calmed the nightmares. And it kind of was like it almost seemed like schizophrenic, almost like a television, just like as it went between like one peaceful scene of a little girl's dream and one that was just like crazy and apocalyptic and terrible things happening. Finally, it went peaceful. Wilhelmina was I think she was the only one to notice back then. One of the characters in that scene looked out towards one of the security guard cameras that they had on their chest when they were in the nightmare and smiled in the same exact way. And we will go ahead and leave it there for tonight.
Oh no.
I thought Repulsion
think-
was the creepiest, most off-putting character.
I think I get to blow up some stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
Prankster, that was pretty good. You did it.
That was
Thanks.
intense.
And now we have to wait 2 more weeks, everyone.
No.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So we'll go ahead and end it there for this week.
Okay. What do we
And,
have next week going on? Do we have a different game running on Saturday night?
Well,
Well.
tomorrow. Yeah, you go. Time slip. Take it away.
Tomorrow is a 0 session for kids on bikes. We are going to start a proper kids on bike. I wouldn't necessarily call it a campaign, but it might be. I've got some ideas on what we can do. But basically what you do in a 0 session is create a character creation. But what makes Kids on Bike kind of unique is you collectively build the town that you with you and the players. Whoa, excuse me. So we'll also be building the town. We'll also establish relationships between the kids and different people in town. We'll also come up with some rumors for the town. What's going on as far as what rumors have been heard, and all these will be tools used to design a custom adventure. Also, we'll be issuing out bikes to all the kids, and they'll be able to customize them as the adventures go on. They'll be able to afford more parts for their bikes to kind of jazz it up or whatnot. But so tomorrow is a 0 session for that, and it's an open 0 session, which means that anybody can join. We'll be able to join and contribute, even if they don't plan to actually play along with it. They'll be able to have some sort of word and say into the adventure as well. So I was going to go kind of lighthearted, like Scooby-Doo type episode type stuff, but I've decided that maybe we're going to do a little bit more like maybe like an X-Files. I'm thinking what a Twin Peaks type of vibe for it. So we are dealing with
You love Twin Peaks.
Yeah, so we're dealing with a small town and we're dealing with a close knit community, so I figured that would probably actually work out pretty well to do that. Everybody's into everybody else's business. So anyway, that's 7 p.m. WST, which is the same thing as Central Time. 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll start that. We will be streaming it, so if you don't want to join in the Discord call, by all means, you can participate in chat. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. So
And
yep.
then the plan for that is to have our sessions every Sunday after that, right?
That is correct. Yeah, or if we determine that time, maybe there's a better time or whatnot. I know that some people Sundays are kind of like, they take care of other things. But I think Sundays, for me, I know Sundays are good because I don't have anything else going on. As far as next Saturday, we'll have a community gaming day. I believe Alki will put or maybe we could do
That might be a good opportunity for a one-off, yeah?
we might be
On the
able to-
off weeks.
Yeah, maybe do a
Yeah.
one-off or whatnot. So
Yeah.
I don't know who would run a one-off. Probably not somebody with a name that starts with L or anything like that.
Not me.
But I mean, if
Rhymes
she's
with
wanting
Monopoly
to,
game.
that would be great. But yeah, maybe we could even do a one-off type session as well. So
Yeah, if you want to do that, we can absolutely arrange that. That'd
I'll
be
think
awesome.
about it for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if not, then we'll probably do community gaming night,
Mhm.
and maybe we'll start with a watch party and watch.
Yeah.
What
Men in Black.
Men in Black. I cannot
fun.
believe you've never seen that movie. The first one's by far the best.
Yeah.
So of the three.
Actually, I did
That's what I
see
hear.
the newest one and I liked it.
Did you? I heard it was bad.
Yeah,
Well-
they were ripping on it.
I'm someone who I don't get overly attached to originals, so I liked the new one. I like the new Ghostbusters too.
I like the new Ghostbusters also.
So I enjoy the reboots sometimes. So
You
I
know-
really liked it.
Same.
I thought Jackie and I went to go see the new Ghostbusters with I want to say Tina Fey, but I know it's not Tina Fey. Wait,
No, she's not in it.
Who
It's
is it?
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Kristen
I'm
Wiig.
thinking of the
Kristen Wiig was who I was thinking of.
Yeah, Kristen
Sorry.
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig, and then who's the blonde SNL?
Oh,
actor?
Kate
That's-
McKinnon. She
Kate
is.
McKinnon. I love her.
She's the best.
amazing.
Anyway,
She is so funny.
I loved it.
Mhm.
I loved it. I thought everything about it was good. I thought it got such a bad rap, and I thought everything about it was good.
I loved it. I
I
went
laughed
as
very
a-
hard in it.
I went as a Ghostbuster. Like I went as Kate McKinnon's character with the crazy hair and everything like that. Which I feel like being a Ghostbuster, it's like one of the coolest adult woman costumes that you can wear.
I agree.
I would
Like-
love to do a Ghostbuster costume.
It was pretty good. I bought like these coveralls and everything. It's good.
There are people in San Diego who are, for a big city, it's a small town, and so on Halloween when you go to parties, like you see a lot of the same people every year. And there's this group of guys that would dress up as Ghostbusters, and they had like these gnarly. They would go to Comic-Con too. I think the packs, like the with the where they shoot the streams and everything. They like built it out of stuff, and
fun.
it looked amazing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
Really
awesome.
good.
Oh, neat.
All right.
Yeah,
Any last notes before we say goodbye to our listeners?
I don't think so.
Nope. Please, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go to our YouTube channel. Links are inside the thing. We have been posting all of our past Starfinder sessions, and
I haven't. done the
you may.
YouTube one yet.
But you know what? But you
Is
know
there one that has
also
all
too.
of
You,
them?
yeah, and then you may also be privy to information of stuff that we're working on before everybody else is. If you follow our YouTube channel, so make sure you hop on that YouTube train
On the YouTubes?
on the
The
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, get on
as-
the YouTube.
Get on the YouTubes, as the kids say.
Do the kids say that?
Don't they?
Yeah.
Do they say that, Richard?
I don't know.
No.
The tickety talks.
The tickety talks.
Tickety
All right.
talks.
So thank you all very much for hanging out with us. And on that, I think we're going to go ahead and close. So y'all have a great evening.
Thank you.
Good
Be
night.
well, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Choo choo YouTube.
Bye.